Check right 54. Right 54. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On first down, it's Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. They will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from UCLA. It's Josh Rosen.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, quarter. Defenses, get out the field. Defense.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Here we go, D.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Flushed out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Rosen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Kyler Fackrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to run with Hunt. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still.
Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. No.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Darnold throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold, and he's got a noon one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Play action here with Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They run forward with Breida, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush.
And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Middle.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it with Bell. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
57 to Mike. We got
On 3rd down, Rosen. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Tighten up. Pull it together. 57. Hard. 57. Hey, exit. 57 to Mike.
To throw is Rosen. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Rosen will throw. Broken tackle. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they
pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Jordan Jenkins able to run him down for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right there.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This is fielded at the 7. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On play action, Rosen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
And pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Hunt. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
15 yards on the play, first down. Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On first down, punt. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Rosen. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Monday. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day. 54.
Throwing again on second down. Rosen. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Rosen. Got a man, that's Richie James. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better bring it.
Here's Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is Breida, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think, on 3rd and goal here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Rosen to throw, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Rosen will lead them up here to go for 2. Rosen to throw again, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
And that's caught inside the 35. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
A little skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I